This is how UPS sends our stuff. Wow.
What's up guys, Jay Joseph here, and today we have a special shoe review. You guys requested this shoe at the end of last year for me to review first thing this year. I didn't get to this shoe, but I'm still bringing it to you this time, and I'm glad I am now because I have the best colorway of this shoe, in my opinion, that's came out. This is a review of the New Balance Numeric 1010 Tiago. This is Tiago's pro model shoe for New Balance, and as you guys can see, this definitely does fit his style of skateboarding and just his overall look in skateboarding. It is a bigger looking shoe, but I promise you guys, when you put your foot into it, it's not as big as it seems. It's kind of like how the Kyle Walkers are for Vans. They seem really big and bulky, but when you actually have your foot in there and you're filling out the shoe, it actually doesn't feel much different from most shoes. Just has a little bit more protection, and that is what I like about these shoes. First, I'm gonna read what New Balance has on their site for you guys, so y'all get a little bit more information before I break down what parts have what. This is the first pro model shoe for Tiago. Of course, this is the New Balance 1010. It is 90s inspired because he skates very 90s. Like, if you guys know Tiago, he's always wearing huge shirts, huge pants, and he got the nice shoes on. So, you know, it's styled with the 90s cutting edge design to be the to-go shoe for skateboarding, which I have seen so many friends and homies skating this shoe. With suede and mesh uppers, this brings you a nostalgic looking shoe with a fuel cell midsole to help deliver comfort and reinforced feel. What this little spiel just said is that this shoe has a almost completely suede upper, having 2 layers of suede right here with a layer of, I want to say, polyurethane as your flick protection right there. It feels like it's like a flick screen for your kickflip. So once you break through this suede layer, you still have a lot of extra to break through before you even touch this layer of suede under it. So I would say this is a 3-piece upper just because of that polyurethane sitting under there that you can see there. But the toe is made mostly of suede with perforation holes on the toe, which is a good thing. Brings you a little bit of breathability. Going off to the side, you do have your ollie area. This little stitching area kind of pushed back, so the toe, the same piece for your toe, is kind of blocking your ollie area as well. So you do have some reinforced polyurethane like material behind that ollie area as well. So you should be fine. If you go through the suede, you're gonna be hitting that polyurethane and you're gonna have to break through that too. And then you have the upper layer on this mid panel here with suede, a little bit of that fuel cell showing right there, which is that black piece here, nice and squishy. You can feel it right there with New Balance Numerics and stitched on there. I think this is a reflective end. I could be very, very wrong. We do have a bit of mesh at the end of the mid panel, so you have a little bit more breathability, but this isn't your standard mesh. It's not like as open as, for instance, the Vans Rapid Weld is. So you'll have some protection here too as well. And then you have a harder suede, not like hard as in like leather, but almost a leather feel. I would say this is actually like nubuck suede right here at the back, where it says Phantom Fit, to bring you a nice and cushiony like feel around your heel collar and all that good stuff. And then we have a strip that I'm pretty sure this is 3M right here. We have that strip of 3M right there. I'm gonna go with that being 3M. I'm going with my gut. And then you have another layer of suede down here that's reinforced to hold your foot nice and sturdy in here. And then, as you see on the back, we have the fuel cell logo right here. It's nice and squishy. Honestly reminds me of how the Lunarlon felt when you would squeeze on the sole of the Lunarlon, so that's pretty cool. A little nice design stitching going up for the mesh back here. It's a pretty hard back, so this should last really long and kind of help you with those shark bites that you might catch from your board hitting the back of your ankle, so you should be fine. The tongue is moderately padded, not the thick padding I was hoping for, but not too thin like how the Kyle Walkers were, so I'm pretty hyped on that. And it is mesh as well, but like I said, it's that like, it's a thicker mesh, so it's pretty durable. It's gonna still allow airflow, but not as much as, like, say, a Rapid Weld will, where you can clearly see the holes and all that stuff. So we also have that nice little squiggly like touch that they have with the stitching on the tongue there, which is pretty dope. So Phantom Fit is what they have on the heel collar on the inside of the shoe. So what this is these two little like pieces right here. I don't know if you guys can see it really well. It's gonna hold your foot into the shoe. It's a very, very soft material of mesh there, so it shouldn't irritate your Achilles. Normally with shoes, like running shoes, they put that there. It kind of helps relieve the tension on your Achilles, which is pretty dope, because as you guys know, New Balance makes a lot of running shoes, so it's kind of cool that they're kind of incorporating that in a skateboarding shoe as well. Otherwise, it's just helping your foot sit into the shoe so you're not slipping out of your shoe and your shoe's not flying all over the place as it might with other shoes. On the inside too, we also do have some tongue centering straps on both sides, so your tongue shouldn't be flipping off to this side or that side. It should stay perfectly centered in the middle. The insole here is a New Balance Ortholite insole. I think it's pretty thin and standard piece of foam. Honestly, it feels a little reactive, it's a little bouncy, actually, a little bouncy, but it is on a thinner side. It is thicker towards your toe area, but I believe that's thinner towards the heels because of the fuel cell being mostly at the heel of the shoe, giving you more impact protection than your average shoe. So as I push down over here, I can actually kind of feel the reaction of the fuel cell. And if you guys can look at the bottom, the fuel cell is in lime green here as well. So it's probably 2 layers for the fuel cell. You have a nice distribution of impact protection in here. And when I put my foot in there, I could definitely feel the difference between the last shoes I skated and this shoe. One thing that does stick out to me when I look at this shoe is this layer for the laces right here. I don't really know why this specific layer is sticking out other than as a design thing, but that's the thing. So I know a lot of people have talked about how that part is ripped for them. We're gonna see if it rips for me, but I think I should be fine because I don't normally hit this layer right here. So this should be chill. Anywho, we have a lot of things going on with the sole right here. And if we look at the sole, there's a lot of flex grooves going on from the very top of the shoe to about the midpoint where you would normally land primo. We have this harder black material here, right in that sweet spot for landing primo. So it should help out when you are landing primo. It shouldn't hurt too much, but it also has like these little grooves that you would have on a track shoe actually. It's like little tiny grooves that kind of like point out, or like little triangles really. So that's gonna help with the grip to the board, which I cannot wait to figure out how that's going to react to skateboarding, because I haven't seen this material other than on a running shoe that is made specifically for track. So it's on the heel general areas, so it should make this a little bit more durable for if you drag your heel. And of course it's rounded out, so you don't really have that weird like triangle shaped flatten out area when you do drag your foot. So you have your flex grooves in really specific areas, and this shoe is going to take some time to break in, but as you can see, the flex grooves do space out, which allows you to get as much flex out of the toe area, which is going to help with your board feel. As you can see too, you don't really have as many flex grooves on the outside where like your pinky toe and all that stuff will sit as you do on the inside, because more of the flexibility needs to be around where your big toe and the palm, like this general area of your big toe is as well, because that's where most of your like moving around and feeling out your board is coming from. You don't really feel out your board as much with the outside of your foot as you do with the inside. So it's pretty cool that they did that. They have a lot of like squares and all that good stuff going on here. So I would imagine that this will lead to some pretty good treading and pretty good grip on the toe. I know that the heel is gonna feel really good. Actually, they have the triangle pattern on the outside of the toe area too. So it should be pretty grippy. I have high hopes for this shoe being really grippy. But overall, this shoe is extremely techy. This is probably one of the most tech shoes I've seen in skateboarding, next to Nigel's Nyjah 2. Honestly, I'm really hyped to skate the Tiago 1010s from New Balance. I know this is a long time coming for you guys because a lot of you have been in my comments since this shoe came out talking about review this shoe. And honestly, I'll tell you guys the truth. The reason why I didn't review this shoe or get the shoe right away is because Christian Flores hopped on this shoe right away, and normally I try not to review the exact same shoes that he reviews because I think we have a very similar way of explaining the breakdown of the shoes, just different ways of skating the shoe. But I'm going to still review the shoes I like to see, so I wanted to go on ahead and make sure that I fulfilled that promise to you guys of grabbing this shoe although I did grab it a little bit later than I told you guys I would. Anywho, this is the New Balance Tiago 1010. I'm extremely hyped to skate such a tech shoe. And if you guys know me, I like the more techie shoes because I get to be a shoe nerd for you guys. So if you guys are hyped to see this shoe get skated all the way down to its end, honestly, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you guys enjoyed this video. And we're about to go on ahead and have a little session in these shoes real quick. All right, so we're at Brook Run Skate Park right now. As you guys can see, I'm currently in the New Balance 1010. So yeah, we're gonna get a session in them, and I figured what not better way to skate these New Balance shoes than to dress like Tiago. I'm in the biggest shirt I own right now. This is a 2XL, so I'm curious if it will affect my skateboarding. I'll tell you guys two things off it. These shoes definitely do have an arch in them, so it's definitely going to be something to adjust to if you have a really flat foot. And I definitely have to lace them all the way up to the top. But other than that, we're chilling. I like them. I should probably start this off with first kickflip. Should be interesting because it's a very square nose. It's a very square toed shoe. So I wonder if that will affect my kickflip since I normally kickflip on sharper shoes. So let's give it a shot. I'm gonna come towards you guys. So far, shoes skate good. Definitely need a break-in time, I would say, based off of how they feel right now, a day or two. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.
Everybody's living like the clock don't change. Being comfortable equivalent to the same old thing. I'll be damned if I am living like there's not a better day. It's my time to go and get it. Fuck what anybody say.